Welcome to Games from Folktales, a quick little ghost story this week. The poem that follows mentions Gautier. He's one of the authors we'll be dabbling with next year. Charles Gautier's Infernaliana was one of the earliest French collections of vampire stories. The poem that follows was released through LibriVox thanks to Alan Mapston and to his production team.
Ines de las Sierras by Théophile Gautier. Read for LibriVox.org by Alan Mapstone. In Spain, as Gautier's pen has told, 3 officers in night's mid-hours came on a castle dark and old, with sunken eaves and mouldering towers. A true Anne Radcliffe type it was, with ruined halls and crumbling rooms, and windows graven by the claws of Goya's bats that ranged the glooms. Now while they feasted, gazed upon by ancient portraits standing guard in their ancestral frames, anon a sudden cry rang thitherward. Forth from a distant corridor, that many a moonbeam's pallid hue fretted fantastic alley o'er, a wondrous phantom sped in view. With bodice high and hair comb tipped, a woman running dancing hied, adown the dappled gloom she dipped, an iridescent form descried. A languid, dead, voluptuous mood filled every act's abandoned brief, till at the door she stopped and stood, sinister, lovely past belief. Her raiment, crumbled in the tomb, showed here and there a spangle's foil. At every start of faded bloom dropped pearls in her hair's black coil. A dull scar crossed her bloodless throat, as of a knife, like rattled chill of teeth her castanets she smote, full in their faces, awed and still. Ah, poor Bacchante, sad of grace, so wild the sweetness of her spell, the curved lips in her white face had lured a saint from heaven to hell. Like darkling birds her eyelashes upon her cheek lay fluttering light, her kirtle's swimming cadences displayed her limbs of lustrous white. She bowed amid the mist of gyres, and with her hand, as dancers may, like flowers she gathered up desires, and grouped them in a bright bouquet. Was it a wraith or woman seen, a thing of dreams or blood and flesh, the flame that burst out from the sheen of beauty's undulating mesh? It was a phantom of the past, it was the Spain of olden keep, who, at the sound of cheer at last, upbounded from her icy sleep. In one bolero mad supreme, rough resurrected powerful, showing beneath her kirtle's gleam, the ribbon rested from the bull. About her throat the scar of red, the death blow was dealt silently unto a generation dead by every new-born century. I saw this self-same phantom fleet, all Paris ringing with her praise, when soft, diaphanous, mystic sweet, La Petra Camara held its gaze. Closing her eyes with languor rare, impassive, passionate of art, and, like the murdered Ines fair, dancing a dagger in her heart.
Welcome to Games from Folktales, a quick little ghost story this week. The poem that follows mentions Gautier. He's one of the authors we'll be dabbling with next year. Charles Gautier's Infernaliana was one of the earliest French collections of vampire stories. The poem that follows was released through LibriVox thanks to Alan Mapston and to his production team.